Good evening and thank you for joining us on ABC24 News at 6. I'm Lauren Turman. Change is in the air as Turkey Day draws near, which hopefully means cooler weather will be here soon. Meteorologist Mike Simon is here with a peek. Hey, Mike.
Well, I certainly hope you're having an enjoyable weekend this weekend. It hasn't been too bad, although very gloomy to start with the fog, and we still have a lot of clouds around, but at least no rain at this particular time. Clouds are thicker back toward Arkansas. We got a lot of sunshine down in Mississippi and also into Tennessee. It's just the clouds are kind of sticking around the river and also back toward the north and the west, but no rain until next week. So overnight tonight, we're going to have mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. The clouds should start to diminish somewhat. Temperatures will be falling down to near 50 degrees by 6 a.m. And don't be surprised that there will be some patches of fog around here and there. But eventually we're going to get a little more sunshine in the afternoon. I'll have that forecast for you over the next 7 days and discuss our chances of rain leading up to Thanksgiving. That's coming up in just a few more minutes.
New at 6. As we look ahead to the holiday season, local churches and organizations are stepping up to support neighbors still feeling the impact of the recent government shutdown. Even though federal operations have resumed, many families are continuing to struggle to make ends meet. ABC24 Shekinah Davis shows us how community groups are helping fill in the gap. Shekinah?
Lauren, as families prepare their kitchens for the holidays, many are still asking how they'll afford the meals they want to prepare. But this year, several Mid-South organizations are making sure families don't have to face the season alone. And organizations like Juxtapose LLC partnered with Heal the Hood, and churches like Hope City in Memphis brought hope to families today. They did this through giveaways, providing food boxes and turkeys for hundreds of Memphians. It's part of each of their group's mission is to ensure their neighbors have what they need to enjoy the holidays with a full table. Juxtapose LLC co-owner Tony Ivory says he himself once needed help in the capacity of what many families are faced with now. So continuing their second annual 100 turkey giveaway is how they plan to help and beyond in the coming weeks.
Some of these children said, I don't want toys for Christmas, I want food. And I'm like, in my 44 years of living on this earth, I've never heard a child ask for food for Christmas. And it broke my heart, and I'm like, there's more we got to do. Not just today, but we got to keep this going outside of today.
Coming up tonight at 10, I'll have more on how these local organizations and churches plan to continue supporting neighbors in the weeks ahead and what resources are available for families seeking assistance. In the studio, I'm Shekinah Davis, ABC24 News.
Some very important information there. Thank you, Shekinah. And this evening, new restrictions could cut off food assistance for thousands of families in Tennessee. Refugees, asylum seekers, and others granted humanitarian protection are set to lose SNAP benefits under new eligibility rules. Advocates say the change creates barriers for vulnerable communities already struggling to make ends meet. Federal estimates show about 90,000 people nationwide could lose benefits in an average month. In Knoxville, Bridge Refugee Services says some clients have already received partial November payments, likely their last.
Our clients are here to work. They are here to become contributing members of society. What's happening is the system in which they arrived is being stripped away. The promises that they arrived under are being rescinded.
President Trump's mega bill goes beyond refugees and asylum seekers. It also cuts food assistance for trafficking victims certified by Health and Human Services and some special immigrant visa holders who work with U.S. forces. And you can find details on new work requirements and how states may have to cover more of SNAP costs at ABC24.com. And with Thanksgiving just days away, many families are deep in holiday prep. And if you find yourself needing to make some last-minute grocery runs on the big day, here's what you should know. Stores like Kroger, Food Lion, Whole Foods, CVS, and Dollar Tree will be open on Turkey Day, but keep in mind it is for limited hours. On the other hand, big retailers including Costco, Walmart, Walgreens, Sam's Club, and Target will be closed on Thanksgiving Day. So if you're planning to pick up a few more items, then you should make sure to hit those stores at least the day before. And you can see the complete list of this story on our website at ABC24.com. Affordability has become the theme of this season after the turmoil of the government shutdown and a wave of layoffs. So tonight we're looking a bit deeper into what it's going to cost you when you head to the grocery store. Our sister station in Arkansas has the story.
This Thanksgiving, several major retailers are offering deals on your Thanksgiving favorites. But which deal is the best deal? We're going shopping to figure that out. From Walmart to Target, Aldi, and even Amazon, major retailers are offering discounted rates to make your turkey day easier, offering deals for the entire meal for $40 or less. A Wells Fargo agriculture report found this year's Thanksgiving meal costs around 2 to 3% less than last year. And University of Arkansas agribusiness assistant professor James Mitchell says there are several reasons why these items are trending cheaper.
More than half of the cost associated with raising those turkeys is going to be feed prices and feed costs. And feed costs themselves have actually been lower this year. That's primarily driven by the price of corn, which has been lower this year.
For the customer, budgeting is coming first this holiday, which might include a meal bundle.
It's the holiday season, so you're going to be spending more money than you normally would between buying gifts and buying food at the same time. And then you also got to remember you have bills and regular grocery shopping you got to do for your family.
And for many, that includes pre-planning.
Usually through apps, going through, or like Facebook groups. Sometimes people will post some cool deal or coupons or things like that.
Mitchell says regardless of where you choose to buy, to find your best deal, keep in mind your exact number of guests.
Are they having a large group of people over, small group of people over? You can shop based off of bird weight, so you can buy lighter weight birds, you can buy heavier turkeys, and so that's going to impact the price per pound you're going to pay.
All right, we've done our shopping, so now it's time to check out. Regardless of how much they spend, these customers say the time together on Thanksgiving is priceless.
But you love them and want to make sure that they get the best of what you make is important. So making sure that it's affordable is also very important.
But of course, the quality of the iconic food is important too.
But I definitely, love the food, obviously. Love stuffing, love the turkey.
Stuffing's number one, then it's ham, then it's mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and rolls. Or cornbread. Rolls, cornbread, one of those.
Well, we cover all types of news in the Mid-South, but some headlines this year could make you shake your head. Well, Memphis, here is your chance to call out who you want to be held accountable. On our special Thanksgiving weekend episode of our political commentary show, ABC24 This Week, the panelists pick their turkey of the year, and we want you to get involved. Text who you would pick as your turkey of the year and why to 901-321-7520, and you might see your choice featured here on ABC24 This Week, airing on Sunday, November 30th. Christmas time is upon us, which means it's time for an annual Whitehaven tradition. Coming up, we'll show you the sights and sounds of the near 30-year-old tradition. Christmas time is almost upon us, and that means that there is a lot more to come on that from especially a Whitehaven parade. But for now, we're going to get to this story. Downtown Memphis drivers heads up for the next few days. MLGW crews will have parts of South Front Street closed for gas repairs. It's happening on the section near the new Brooks Museum. Southbound traffic will detour onto Monroe. The work runs weekdays 8 to 5 and should last about a week. Signs and barricades are up, so take it slow or pick up another route. MLGW says they'll update if the schedule changes. And MLGW is also offering a way for its vulnerable customers to avoid disconnection if they get behind on their utility bills this season. And the deadline to apply for the program is approaching. People 60 and older or those with qualifying disabilities have until November 30th to apply for the winter moratorium. Bills will still be due, but utilities stay on regardless through December, January, and February. And now to a nearly 3 decades old tradition that was in full swing as thousands lined the streets to celebrate their community. The 29th annual Whitehaven Christmas Parade featured local marching bands, businesses, community leaders, and law enforcement. One neighbor who was there told us that the love for one another and between the generations was on display and what this parade is all about.
This is so fantastic and so wonderful. I love the spirit of the community. I love the happiness and the smile. I love to see the children. I love to see our elders here too. And just, and the middle elders myself. This is just wonderful. It feels great. It feels like community. Everybody's just loving each other.
The parade route along Elvis Presley has grown over the years into a cherished tradition, and the community looks forward to it as a way to come together and celebrate all the things that make Whitehaven special. Well, you're taking a live look outside of downtown Memphis. We'll be back with a full look at our weather right after this break.
Well, we've been having a good weekend so far, although, yes, it was cloudy and a little murky, too, to start the day. But things are shaping up, and I think the rest of the weekend is going to turn out pretty decent. However, we are going to have temperatures much warmer over the next few days, and then there's a front coming, pretty good one, too. Showers and a few storms will be possible both Monday and Tuesday, so you need that umbrella those days. Then it turns dry and cooler. going into Thanksgiving through the weekend after. Okay, here is our satellite imagery. We've had a lot of clouds still stick around, especially from the river back toward the west and northward into the Boot Hill, Missouri. But a lot of sunshine has been throughout the day in through Mississippi and also into Tennessee. We're just right on the edge to where some of you have experienced a lot of clouds that were tough to break, and others got the sunshine. But you're going to have a little more sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy. Most of us getting down to around 47 to 48 degrees. Clarksdale will be a little warmer, 49. Will be 43 all the way up in Dyersburg, 44 in Covington, and 45 degrees back toward Truman. In the afternoon, temperatures running above our average by 5 to 6 degrees. Most of us will be in the middle 60s, a little cooler northward again, and a little warmer southward, but not by much. Get out to Corinth, you're going to have 66 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and back in the Razorback country, we're going to have temperatures there in the low 60s, like Forest City. Well, how far from average are our temperatures? Well, average high now is around about 60 to 59. So in the immediate future, our temperatures are going to be 5 to 10 degrees above our average, and then it goes below average by a good 5 degrees Wednesday through the rest of the week. Here's your hour by hour. We're going to have those clouds begin to break up. Patches of fog will be possible in the morning. That's what's showing up here. And then throughout the day, once that fog disappears, we should have sunshine in full return for everybody. So it looks like a lovely end to this weekend. We are having some rain chances ramp up though. We're going to have a 60% chance on Monday, but primarily the rain's going to come Monday night into early Tuesday. About 100% chance at that point overnight, and we could pick up a couple inches of rain, also some thunderstorms too. Then it remains dry until the following weekend. The amount of rain, well, it can add up. We could end up getting 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe a little bit more to the south and less to the north. So overnight tonight down to 48 degrees, not bad. In the afternoon, mid-60s under partly cloudy skies, gorgeous day. And then we have to deal with the rain to start the work week.
One Memphis nursing school has shared a statement about recent changes made by the Trump administration. The Department of Education will now limit how much nursing students can borrow to pay for graduate programs. Graduate nursing students can borrow a maximum of around $20,000 for each year. Other medical programs are now capped at $50,000 per year. Before, students could borrow as much as they needed to pay a semester's tuition. We reached out to the president of Baptist Health Sciences University, Dr. Hampton Hopkins on how reduced financial resources impact their programs. Hopkins provided a statement saying, in part, at a time when the nation faces a shortage of experienced healthcare professionals, reducing access to financial aid for any healthcare education, especially nurse training, could pose increased challenges for healthcare systems in caring for patients and meeting critical employment needs. Dr. Hopkins went on to say they don't want these changes to deter students from a career in nursing. And according to the Memphis Chamber of Commerce, Memphis has the highest concentration of hospital jobs compared to neighboring cities. These jobs contribute to over $3 billion for our area's economic output. Recent data from the nursing workforce suggests the field already faces a labor shortage. Back in 2020, roughly 20% of nurses were expected to retire in the next 5 years. Concerned parents and community members are taking the governor to court over legislation that changed the face of education in Tennessee. They claim Governor Bill Lee's school voucher program violates the Constitution when public funds are repackaged as vouchers for private schools, each worth $7 grand. The program, called Education Freedom Scholarship Act, which started in February, allows taxpayer dollars to go toward families that pay for private school. But community leaders claim public schools are underfunded and all taxpayer dollars should go towards inadequate schools first. Attorneys claim the state has not provided enough funds to address resource deficits and poor performances in education. In a statement, Governor Lee says he's confident the court will uphold the program. All right, we've got another look at your weather for you right after this break.
Well, here's a final look at your 7-day forecast for a shortened work week for a lot of us. We are going to have a beautiful Sunday, though. Partly cloudy skies and eventually sunny skies through the day. So the clouds are going to be breaking up. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have that umbrella in hand. Scattered showers, perhaps some thunderstorms, especially Monday night into early Tuesday morning. That eventually disappears. We have very warm temperatures until the front comes in, and then we drop those numbers down below our average. We're going down into the middle to low 50s for Thanksgiving and days after.
Just can't seem to get away from that rain, but at least it will be sunny on Thanksgiving. Thanks, Mike. And thank you all for joining us on ABC24 News at 6. We'll see you back again at 10.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.